The simple XML sitemap module allows you to generate XML sitemaps directly within Drupal. The sitemap is important because it tells search engines what links you have on your site, and it does it in a specific XML format. If you want to learn more about the module, just head over to drupal.org/project/simple_sitemap. And if you want to learn more about XML sitemaps in general, then just click on this link on the project page, which takes you to a Wikipedia article that explains sitemaps. Okay, so let's close this tab and also close off this tab. And let's jump into our terminal so we can download the module. And I'll type in composer require Drupal/simple_sitemap. Now that the module has been downloaded, let's jump over to our site and then go to extend and search for simple XML and install the first two modules. The first one, simple XML sitemap, is the main module, and the second one with search engine in brackets is a submodule which allows you to submit generated sitemaps to the search engines. So just click on install and let's go ahead now and generate the sitemap. So to do that, click on configuration and then scroll down and click on simple XML sitemap. And from this page, you can access the sitemap once it's generated and you can rebuild it. And if we click on the first tab up the top here, which is settings, from the settings page, you can change the configuration options for the module. The most important option on this page is the sitemap generation interval. You can configure how often you want the sitemap to be regenerated. Now, this really depends on how much content you are creating on your website. But for now, we will leave it set to on every cron run. So that means that every single time cron is run, the sitemap will be regenerated. And then if you click on inclusion, from this page, you can configure what entities will be added to the sitemap. By default, content, custom menu link, and taxonomy term are turned on by default. So let's go back to the main sitemaps page. And let's go ahead now and generate the sitemap. So let's click on rebuild queue and generate. And straight away, you can see that the sitemap has been generated. And if we click on default, we can see our sitemap right here. But you'll notice that none of the site content is there, just this home page. That is because we need to enable the simple XML sitemap on every content type. So let me close off this tab and let's go to structure, and I'll open it in a new tab and then go to content types, and I will edit the article content type. And then if I scroll down, I can see this simple XML sitemap, and I'll click on default and I will select index entities of type article in variant default. And then you can configure the priority and also the change frequency if you like. And now if I click on save content type, and what I need to do is go ahead and regenerate the sitemap. Then if I click on default, I should see the articles right here. Getting the taxonomy terms to be displayed in the sitemap requires the same configuration. So let's go to structure, taxonomy, and let's edit the tags vocabulary. And then you should see a simple XML sitemap field set, and let's select the same option. But let's make sure we actually have a term here. So I'll enter in Drupal and also React. And then let's go back and regenerate the sitemap. And then if we click on default, we should see the two taxonomy terms right here. Okay, let's go ahead and close these tabs and click on now search engines. Normally, a search engine crawler will find your sitemap because the path will always be /sitemap.xml. However, the module can be configured to submit the sitemap directly to Bing or Google. Now, you'll only see this search engines tab if this module is installed. So let me search for simple XML. You'll only see the search engines tab if this module is installed. So just be aware of that. Now, before we can get this working, let's click on settings. And then from here, you can configure the submission interval, but we'll leave it set to on every cron run. But make sure you configure each search engine and select a sitemap variant, and then click on save configuration. And now if we go back to status, we need to go ahead now and simply run cron. So let me click on configuration and then click on cron, and then I'll click on the run cron button. And then now if we go back to the tab and then simply refresh, take note of the last submitted column. If we refresh, you will see that it has been submitted. So that is a quick introduction to simple XML sitemap. I normally don't spend too much time configuring this module. I just install it and I make sure the important content types are configured to be displayed in the sitemap.